Mosin purists, look away right now, because what you're looking at is highly offensive and may cause fits of rage. What I want to do is I want to show you guys my Mosin 9130 that I have converted into a scout rifle. I tried to follow Jeff Cooper's guidelines for what a scout rifle is as closely as possible with the Mosin platform. I got fairly close. There's a couple of things that aren't quite what he specified, but for the most part, I made what I feel to be a fairly effective and, you know, well thought out rifle, hopefully. We'll start, I guess, back to front and just go over what I've done. First off is a limb saver recoil pad. The 7.62 by 54 tends to have a little bit of recoil, especially since this rifle's been cut down and lightened up, and you know, all that jazz. You got your onboard ammo carrier, which Cooper himself specified needed to be part of a scout rifle. I have the 3 sling attachments if you want to get into attaching like ching slings or whatever. Right now I'm just running a standard, I believe this came with my SKS if I'm not mistaken. It's just a standard 2-point sling, just carry strap basically. I have added the Timney trigger with fire and safe indicator right there. The standard Mosin trigger isn't bad, but I thought since it adds a very Remington 700-esque safety, compare that to safety right here, that I wanted it. So, and it actually has improved the functionality of the gun a good bit. Bent down the bolt. I basically just used I cut the straight bolt off and then used the ball from it, and this is actually a piece of steel. It's like, I think it's like a screw or bolt or something, that me and my grandfather, who happens to be a welder, we put that together, dremeled it down, cleaned it up, turned out pretty good. So yeah, pretty happy with that. That gives a little bit more leverage on the bolt, which actually still can get sticky sometimes. Which I went ahead and did all the internal modifications to the spring and all of that. You guys check out Iraq Veteran 8888. He did a Making Your Mosin Rock series of videos that tells how to get rid of your sticky bolt and lighten the trigger pull, all that kind of stuff. And also I added a scout scope. I didn't bother with any of those sight leaf replacement scope mounts or anything like that. They're all way too floppy and way too high profile. Basically, I went the sight removal route, where you take the rear sight off and there's a 3/8" dovetail scope mount under there that you can use basically just air rifle scope rings for. The only caveat to that is if you don't save one of the pins from where you took the sight leaf off and cut you a little notch right there in one of the scope rings right there to create a mechanical lock, what you'll end up getting is the scope actually sliding forward and eventually coming off the rifle under the I mean, not heavy recoil, but definitely noticeable. It's way more recoil than these rings are actually designed for, which is why you have to go take some special precautions to keep them from sliding. But I've had absolutely zero shift in my point of impact using this system. It's been completely solid. And just in case any of you guys out there have been thinking about mounting a scope to your Mosin and have been kind of skeptical of this method, it completely works. I've been testing it for a long time and it's done really well. So I recommend doing that over any of the like sight mounts that you have to adjust and all that stuff. Let's see what else. Also, attachments here for a Picatinny rail segment for like a flashlight or something if you want to. That's kind of stupid on a bolt action, I think, but I decided to go ahead and do this because this has been kind of my gunsmithing 101 project for the past little while. Also here, I cut this is the standard stock. I cut it off here, and I made myself a little end cap out of a piece of pine wood and epoxied it back on and reinforced it and yada yada yada, and there you go. On out the barrel here, cut the barrel to 18 inches, crowned it, welded on a AK-74 style muzzle brake. Being the Russian gun nut that I am, I thought I'd keep it kind of the Russian style, so went with the 74 brake over like a any sort of American style brake, and that actually is very functional. It's reduced the recoil considerably. It's welded on, which is kind of a pain cleaning, but I couldn't get anybody that seemed to really want to thread the barrel on a Mosin, so I was just like, screw it, I'll do it myself. The finish obviously is not standard. It's basically just Krylon spray paint, black and green. I'm going to probably redo it in sort of a multi-cam pattern. Maybe make it a little bit more smooth, because this is it's kind of starting to show its age a little bit. Places like right there and stuff. But that's the beauty of Krylon versus Duracoat or Cerakote or any of those other gun coatings. If anything needs touching up, just hit it with your rattle can. I mean, it's not, you don't have to send it back off to the factory to be bead blasted and all that crap. It's just it's just you just touch it up. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's been working for the U.S. military forever. They love spray painting their guns, and my Remington 700 is done the same way. So, and which is also held up really well. So I recommend spray paint over Duracoat or any of those other finishes. While we're on that note, I'll do a quick update on the Polish Tantalizer here. Right here on the barrel, I did not use the heat resistant Duracoat, and it is beginning to chip here on the barrel. Just thought you guys would probably like to see that. It's kind of a little nut and fancy data point there for you. Also on the rivets on the other side, it's starting to chip, but I won't go through the trouble of flipping it over because it's getting tangled up in all my stuff. So I think that's about it. The scope is a long eye relief NC Star scope. I'm probably going to be switching that out for something a little bit more high quality. I don't have any problems with it. I mean, I paid like $40 for it, so it's not like it's a big, I didn't have high expectations about it, but I think this rifle could see could see better groups if it had a higher quality scope on there. Probably thinking about maybe a Leopold or something, Leupold, however you pronounce it. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys the Mosin Scout Rifle, or the MSR as I like to refer to it. I think that's about it, and I'll catch you guys later.